So throughout this week, I've been seeing a lot of, or well, not really a lot, but I've been seeing a couple articles from the mainstream media about Inter Miami CF. And the reason why it seemed like a lot to me is because I typically don't see a lot of mainstream media news articles on the phone when it comes in regards to MLS team, not only Inter Miami CF, but just MLS team in general. And so I think it's very interesting, and it just goes to let us know that the mainstream media is starting to pay more attention not only to Inter Miami CF in general, but to MLS. And it's probably a possibility that somebody within the mainstream media probably got the memo on my last YouTube video about Miami, where I stated that they should be banned from wearing pink and black indefinitely. It doesn't have to be forever, but just based on the way they're playing. Like, in my opinion, pink and black, it should be like a reward. Like, pink and black are colors that anybody just don't like. Pink and black is just not for anybody. Like, you wearing pink and black, you gotta be the man. You gotta be the boss. You gotta be the top dog. That's why I say Inter Miami CF shouldn't be wearing pink and black right now based on how they're playing on the field. Now, if they end up turning their season around and end up making the playoffs, then yes, bring back the pink and black. But as of right now, just white and black. That's it until they improve their play. But anyhow, Inter Miami CF is going to be on the national stage, the national spotlight this Saturday against New England. And the question is, are they going to embarrass David Beckham on the national stage? Now, listen, David Beckham is in danger of becoming the Michael Jordan of MLS. The reason why he's in danger of becoming the Michael Jordan of MLS in regards to ownership, because Michael Jordan was a very good player historically and a very bad owner historically, based on how his team performed on the court, based on the players he drafted, based on the free agents he signed. Overall, Michael Jordan's players as an owner has performed poorly. And David Beckham is in that same situation. David Beckham was a very good player historically. And as of right now, historically, based on his brief history as owner of Miami, he is performing poorly. The players that he signed, they're not performing well. So that's why I said he's in danger of becoming the Michael Jordan of MLS owners. Now, you may be wondering, like, how about you give Miami a break? They're still a young team. They're still a young club. But guess who else is also a young club? Atlanta is a young club. It didn't take them long to get it together. Orlando is a young club. It didn't take them long to get it together. Nashville is a young club. It didn't take them long to get it together. As a matter of fact, I believe Nashville, they made the playoffs within their first 2 years of playing in the MLS. Austin is a young club. Look at them, they're getting it together. Cincinnati, they're a young club. They're getting it together. So you see all these other young clubs, they're starting to get it together. They got some team chemistry going on. They're competing. They're winning games. They're not losing. And then you look at Miami, it's like, what about you? There's no excuse. All these other young clubs are playing well and they're competing hard, and it seems like they got good team chemistry, but you don't. The thing I've realized about the MLS, like, you being a young franchise does not matter. You being a young football club does not matter. Look at Seattle. Seattle has made the playoffs every year since their inaugural season in 2009. For 13 straight seasons, Seattle has been a top 5 seed in the Western Conference. For the past 5 years, since 2016, they've been a top 2 seed in the Western Conference. Youth does not matter in the MLS. It's not about age at all. It doesn't matter how young your club is. So as I said, you see all these other young clubs performing well. Then you got to look at management. You got to look at front office. Who's the GM for Miami? Is the head coach on the same page as management? Is management on the same page with David Beckham? Is David Beckham's vision reaching to the players? Does David Beckham have a vision? One thing we do know is that the MLS did ask David Beckham to be owner of Miami. So all the blame does not go on David Beckham. It also goes on the MLS. Because MLS, David Beckham is your adopted son. You asked him to lead the Miami franchise. And you punish him based on some unethical things that his club did. But still, MLS, that's no excuse for you to turn your back on David Beckham, because David Beckham is your adopted son. And David Beckham is basically doing you a favor, MLS. So it's your job to help David Beckham. Anyhow, Miami is going to be on the national stage on ESPN. It should be 3 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN, Miami, New England. And we're finally going to see what the whole nation is going to see what's going on. Actually, it's not going to be the nation because David Beckham is a global icon. So the whole world is going to be watching this Saturday. What is this? What's going on with Miami? That's what we want to know. That's all we want to know. We know you're young, but you can't use youth as an excuse. Atlanta's young. Orlando's young. Nashville's young. Austin's young. Cincinnati's young. Seattle started making the playoffs when they were young. Nashville made the playoffs as they were young. Youth is not an excuse. So we are finally going to be able to see what is going on with this Miami team. What is the real issue with this Miami team? We're going to find out.